Hello and welcome to Interlagos, finally open to everybody. This is the Grand Prix event. You can see I've already got 3 cars. No, you definitely do not need this many cars, but I'm doing this so you guys get a chance to see the event. So there's your costs to finish this event. Of course, you get back currency. So the actual cost is just over 1.5 million M dollars, 365 gold. That's the cheapest way to do it. I recommend you buy all these upgrades right now. Get used to the handling of this car at this track, whichever car you're in, but get used to those upgrades now. Also, you're going to maximize your earnings, which can be nice. Now, this track has the weird camera angle that people have complained about, and I get you. It does, although you know what? I adjusted to it really fast this time, and I think it's just because I've driven this track a lot at this point, and I have talked to them about this, that this is the street circuit camera, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense being here. We also have this at Lime Rock Park, and it just feels weird. Personally, I do adjust to it pretty quickly. By the way, that's not off track on our version of it, but later on in this event, I won't use that, because I have a feeling some people are going to be saying, well, this is just easy for you because you're using that area. So when I get to harder races, I won't very much at least. None of this is difficult, just so you know. This event is just going to be a breeze, I think. For me, it was a breeze. Sometimes I don't even notice things are difficult, though. So we're going to go through the whole event. No really long races here, so we're just going to do the whole thing here. I took it a little bit easy for that first event. I haven't driven these cars at this track. I've certainly driven a fully upgraded Valencia here quite a lot. In fact, you can do an endless endurance race here in the Valencia, which is shocking. No cutting at all. A full video is going to be at the end here. Completely blew my mind. Now, some of you might be asking, when can I get the Valencia? I'm not sure. They did say after this Grand Prix event, it will be available for purchase. So maybe that means like November 7th, or maybe that means as soon as you're done the Grand Prix event. Let me know. I don't know. I own the Valencia in both of my accounts, so I can't tell you. As soon as you own the Valencia, you can race the, what's that series called? Here you go. It's called F1 Reloaded. I had to go look it up there. So you can run that series. The Formula One Valencia is a stinking fast car. For an exhibition car, it outdrives like the 2020 Formula One cars, I think. 2020? Yeah. And even some of the 2021 and 2022 cars, depending on the tuning. So quite the car. So now, of course, the question is, when will Interlagos be available in the regular series? The answer? I don't know. They're not telling me. I wish they would, but they haven't told me yet. So my guess, it's just my guess, based on prior experience in prior years, they would add series to the Champion Series later. So that might happen. Or maybe this is why they haven't been giving us the Invitational Series yet, because they've been waiting for the introduction of Interlagos. Maybe that's why. To me, that also makes sense. And that's also something that happened in the past. Decided I wanted to turn on the names and the avatars. So here you go. So that's either or both of those things could happen. Maybe neither. I don't know. But right now, if you get the Valencia, you can definitely race it in the Formula One Reloaded. That off-track thing I just did there at the center corner, totally I didn't plan on that, and that is not beneficial. Nowhere is it beneficial to cut at this track. So don't do that. It's just not helpful. So yeah, you might have been thinking I was doing that on purpose. No, I blew the corner because I'm not used to this track on this car. I didn't do any testing at all. I just jumped in and started making a video. So there you go. Now, I do have experience because of the Valencia, but that's about it. Just as a matter of fact here, Valencia would be how you would say that in Brazil. Portuguese in other parts of the world wouldn't say it that way. But I just decided that it must be Valencia because this is Brazil. So we probably are going to say it the way people in Brazil would be saying it. It would be similar to the English word valiant. That would be not similar. That would be the exact same word. So kind of cool. I like it. I decided I wanted to do a pit maneuver. That actually wasn't an accident. I could have avoided that, but I didn't want to. So here you go. Here's an example where I'm not taking that big off-track section. This is early in the event. Things are very easy. I didn't do that very well at all. But you can see here, I'll be in first place before the next lap. Ooh, okay, that was actually off track. Got to be careful. You got to, maximizing it for sure, but you don't want to go off track. It's, of course, we're going to drive this different than they would in real life because off-track rules are different in this game. So there, I kind of blew it again. Getting a little bit better. Ooh, that was a little bit off track. No, that's not good. That's actually really bad. In a time trial, that would be a big penalty because that was an inside corner. Outside corners, you get small penalties. Inside corners, huge penalties. So I might push this just to see how fast I can run. Trying to get some huge leads here. I also like to get the bot difficulty really cranked up. So I like running really fast lap times because I want to see, is this going to be difficult at any point? If it is, I need to get that information for you guys. You guys need to know, can you run flat out or do you need to be careful? Those are questions I get asked. So I'm running this very aggressive, as you can see. Still not great. These are not very good lap times yet. I mean, way faster than real life. But 56? Is that 56? Yeah. I'm not really happy with that. Okay, so this one, I would say the developers made a mistake here. They probably tested this at the recommended PR, not the PR that a lot of us would be using. So, you got to do this. You got to slide around a lot. If you don't do this, your tires will not be 100% by the end of this race. I know, because I went through this race very clean and I got to the end at like 80%. So, keep it on track when you're doing this. If you go off track, you're going to start to lose your heat. So keep it on track when you're sliding around. But I've told them about this before, and they've done the same thing. I mean, I don't know if this is on purpose or not, but I don't think it is because these should be very straightforward. To me, this is another mistake. But it's a minor mistake. It's very easy to fix. Just go sliding around a bit. And like that's excessive. Kind of funny though. Ooh, oh, almost went off track there. Just going to see if I can slide a bit more. Some people are upset about having to spend 365 gold. Honestly, that is dirt cheap for a car that handles this good. As I lose it. Like, if you compare that, like 435 gold, if you compare this to other cars in the game, Aston Martin Valkyrie, I mean, you might think it's ridiculous to compare it to that, but why not? Ooh, that's bad thing right there. That's basically a street legal Formula 1 car. I mean, sure, it can do 410 kilometers an hour, but you're still going to beat it in these cars. Like if you were doing comparative lap times, unless you're at Le Mans. But pretty well any other track, a Formula 1 car is going to beat it, but you're way under the upgrade costs in a Formula 1 car. So the performance you're getting, PR of 130 or so, like there's no way you're getting a car upgraded like this for just that much anywhere else in the game. So it is a good deal. Again, you do not need a bunch of Formula 1 cars. I'm making all these videos so you guys can see how it goes, see how the events work. Some years I didn't do this, but I am. Why not? I might actually make some on my other account because I don't really know if I want any more Formula 1 cars in this account. Like, this will be 4 of them. And invitational series are... Oops, that was a complete accident. What happened? I don't know, I really blew it there. And I'm just all over the place. Anyway, I don't plan on fully upgrading 4 cars. I'm just not going to do that. Maybe 2, for sure 1. 100% 1. But invitational series might be very similar. So I don't know that I really need to do that, to have a whole bunch of these. It's just, I don't know. I don't think I need to do that. I definitely could have finished higher up if I didn't mess up so much. Like 8th or 7th or 6th. But, oh well. No big deal. Slide this thing around. Woohoo! Okay, and I show you my summary screen every time. Average speed races. I mean, when you got upgrades like this, who cares? It's easy. No problem, man. You'll see the average speed fill up very quickly. And it's interesting with this corner. You sometimes forget how far you can take it over, and then he's kind of in the wrong... that actually wasn't bad. Remember, on outlaps, they're formation driving. Now, what I find very strange is what they start doing on the next lap. It almost seems like they keep formation driving through corner one. So, you won't see it with him now. And then they kind of go down at the exit of corner two, it seems. It's very strange. So average speed, I mean, you can see average speed. This is a complete joke. I mean, my average speed's through the roof. Woo! Almost hit him. Had to get a little evasive there. And I might just keep taking this crazy just to get my average speed up there. Why not? I guess I can. No problem here at all. I mean, I think I'll have first place without breaking a sweat. Nicely around you. Lando Norris. Okay. I'm getting used to the braking point here. It kind of feels strange to me. Like, honestly, guys, for me, after a couple of laps, I don't notice the camera anymore. It just doesn't bother me. In fact, even when people first started complaining about it, I actually hadn't really noticed it that much until everyone else talked about it. And I went, oh, yeah, that is kind of weird. So, and the team is looking into it, whatever that means. But I did let them know that a lot of people find this strange. I'm curious if this track was imported from F1 Mobile. That's one thing I'm curious about. Like, Lime Rock Park was made for Real Racing Next, the game that got canceled. So it was imported from that game. That's kind of why I think the camera angle might be stuck. We might be stuck with it. So then that made me wonder, well, was this imported from another game? And then let's get to the next question. Are more Formula One tracks coming to Real Racing 3 that will also have this camera angle issue? Now, unfortunately, if we get more Formula One tracks, they're most likely only going to be for Formula One content, which is not going to make people very happy that want to race, of course, all sorts of other cars on these tracks. But it's all about how the licensing agreement works, right? So, yeah, we'll see what they got going for us here. But so far, I mean, for the most part, this is a decent event. Nothing really crazy. I mean, some people might want a really long stage. I kind of wish there was at least one endurance race. I kind of missed that. But I guess endurance racing isn't really part of Formula One culture. But I don't think there's any time trials. And that is part of Formula One culture. Well, don't get me wrong. There's lots of stages. Well, lots. There's several stages where there's a time requirement. Like this one. My time's counting down, so I've got a time requirement. It's just so easy that I just don't even notice it. Like, I have an embarrassing amount of time to finish this race. Now, granted, we're still pretty early on. So, we'll just keep on going and going and going. This corner I find strange to maximize. And maybe part of it is that camera angle. I'm having trouble with that corner, really feeling like I know what I'm doing. Like, you can see I'm getting faster and faster. Now, bear in mind, I'm dealing with traffic, so we're not going to have time trial type of times here. 50, oh, actually, this is pretty bad. 58, 59, ouch. Ouch. That's ugly. But I'm in first place, and I don't think I'm going to see any lap traffic. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. I didn't feel bad about corner 1 and 2 there. Verstappen, you're way back there, man. Holy smokes, I've got a 1 kilometer lead on you. I think you are driving in the go-kart series, my man. I don't think you realize these are Formula One cars. You gotta drop the hammer, let her go. So, like I was saying, I'm gonna have an embarrassing amount of time left over. I don't know. Is there gonna be 30 seconds left on my clock? Wouldn't that be hilarious? You know what? That might be accurate. Yeah. I think that's going to be pretty accurate. I think there's going to be about 30 seconds left on my clock. I think I might be doing about a 56-second lap, maybe 55? Not 55. That's a lot better. So, like I was saying, I mean, this is still ridiculously easy. So, win without damage and 3 seconds of off track? That's a lot. But you know, if you go flying off track at the wrong corner, that can happen pretty fast. So maybe I won't sneeze at that too much, or scoff at it, or whatever I'm supposed to say there. I kind of don't like it when the timer starts on an out lap, because then it doesn't give me a reference for my lap. Like, well, I don't know how quick I'm going to be here. Woo! Ooh, off track there. Not what I wanted to see. Slipstream around Russell. Let's see if I cut over. Yeah, outside. Oh, that was he was braking. Oopsie. Don't do that. Lift off the throttle. Reapply the hammer. Drop the hammer, man. And again, we'll go over here. I mean, you don't have to, but yeah, why not? Why not? Hey, in real life racing, if they could, they would. Because they do. In certain tracks, if you're allowed to go wide, you go wide. Like, you use up whatever you've got. So it might not be just like real life, but it is real life in that whatever the limits are, you push them. That's real life. Oh, I just had to drive through the pylons. Okay, so now we'll get a sense of, am I doing better? That was not great. Oh, that's not better. Look at that. I just spent 2.1 seconds. Wow. Like I said, if you go off track in the wrong spot, you can end up wasting a lot of time very, very quickly. It is a fun track. I do like this track. I like it quite a lot, actually. I did actually play a bit of F1 Mobile, so I was a little bit familiar with Interlagos, but it feels different in Real Racing 3. Okay, if it was imported from F1 Mobile, then why would that section be off track? Not off track. Huh. I don't know. Maybe they can import the basic layout, but then I don't know. I really don't know, because I haven't gotten an answer for that. And they might not want to give me. Oops, I better not do that again. That was definitely off track. They might not want to give me an answer. So not every question gets answered, and that's just the way it is. You got to deal with that. Stage 3 already. I didn't announce Stage 2, but I guess you knew we were there. But Stage 3, 324. 3 full laps? Okay. Starting my first lap a little bit slow, but you've seen me doing this. It's not difficult for me to be sub 1 minute every single time, with several seconds to spare. My guess is this first lap's going to be more around 58 seconds, because I didn't start right on. I didn't cross the start-finish line at my full speed. But I'm going to maximize the track. I'm going to just use it all up. See if I have 25 seconds left over. Actually, it'd be interesting if I've got 30 seconds over. If I've got 30 seconds left over at the end of the race, that's what I'm curious about. That'd be interesting to see. Let's just see what happens here. See how much. Oh, off track 0.4 of a second. It adds up fast. Lap 1, not very good. 6, 7. Yeah, almost 8. Like I said, I thought it was going to be 58 seconds. Pretty close. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Hug that corner. Nice and fast. Here, if you brake early enough and turn early enough, the big thing is start your turn early enough, like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty fast. You can take that corner so stinking fast. This is a full throttle corner, and then you keep it full throttle if you use that. Take it nice and wide, which means, okay, well, I blew it there, but it means you're taking that corner faster. Okay, that was pretty decent. I didn't do that corner well. Ooh, 43 seconds we're rounding this corner. That means this could be a 55-second lap. I mean, honestly, the Valenche, I was doing low 53s or high 52s. 56 seconds still. No, well, as long as I don't blow this, it's going to be over 30 seconds on the clock. So right now, I mean, my stats might be worse than the Valenche, because the Valenche fully upgraded, of course. I like that car, which you can probably tell. Again, full-length video to a crazy endless endurance race will be available at the end of this video. So we're way out here. I've got a minute left on my clock now. Only got off track for 1 whole second. When did I go off track again? I was off track another 0.3 and I didn't notice it. Wonder when that was. Oh well. Rounding the corner with 43 seconds again, which means right around a 56-second lap, or maybe 55. We'll see. Which means it's definitely over 30 seconds on my clock. Definitely. 56 again. Come on, man. Got to get under 56 seconds. And then we start to get a little bit more complicated, but basically tailgate position 14 for 30 seconds, and then go for it. Finish in the top 15, I think is all it says, really. So not that much of a deal. I mean, it's only, well, almost 2 full laps. Like 1 and a bit. Wait a second. Tailgate? What? Yeah. And tailgate pretty close. So remember, tailgating and slipstreaming are not the same thing. You might as well slipstream, but actually, the tailgating requirement is very close. Oopsie. So one downside of that is you can't get damaged in this race. I failed this race because I smashed into him at like corner 2. So it can actually be beneficial to not stay right behind him. Because, so watch, I'm not slipstreaming, but I am tailgating, see that? So then, if he breaks in a really stupid spot, I'm not going to smash him and fail the stage. Because, I mean, he's a back marker, basically. So he's going to be braking, like, really early for this, and you got to be ready for it. So I was definitely early braking. Little nudges are fine. But see, getting my tailgating in, and I am going to overtake him here, and then go for and just blast away from this. Nonsense, man. You're slower than paint. Slower than wet paint drying on a muggy day. There we go. That's an insult. My goodness, that's an insult. It probably is too much. Uh-oh. And I almost use all my off track. See what I mean? Fly off track in the wrong way. I'm trying to get better at that corner, and I'm getting not better. I'm getting worse. Oh well. 12th place, I mean, probably is 11th in sight. Not really. That's about all you would get. So I'll just do that again. Why not? It's nonsense. It's hilarious. Maybe it's not. I think it is. Let's push a little more. Max average speed. Okay. Oh no, max speed. I gotta hit a target speed a certain amount of times. Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll just happen. You don't really have to try to hit this speed. It's just gonna happen. Yeah. With a full lap to go after this, you're gonna have no trouble hitting that speed. So don't worry about it. I didn't really even pay attention to what it was. 192 miles an hour. I don't know what that is in kilometers an hour. I mean, I'm already way over it. And then after corner 2, I'll hit it before corner 3. Again, no problem. Woo! Almost hit him, though. Okay. 300? Over 300. 300 and a bit. 306 or something. I mean, we'll see it again at the end of the event. But let's see how high I can get now that I've blasted by the speed requirement. No off track so far. That's good, because I've been messing that up a lot. Oh, and they're getting stacked. Interesting. And I got tagged. Interesting. Or I tagged him. Interesting. Trying some different lines here. Go under? No, let's go over. 4th is not a problem. Go under. Whoa! I wasn't expecting that. Oh, 2nd shouldn't be a problem. Unless... Oh, no, that's not going to be a problem. Valtteri Bottas! Oh, 1st. I wonder if I could have got 1st. Oh, well. I'm going to leave it. Forget it. End of the race. Wahoo! Okie dokie. That's all she wrote. Okay, last race, stage 3. This is weird. You got to be careful. If you go too hard on this first lap, you will fail this stage because you're going to spend too much time bashing against 3rd place. So what I did my first time doing this race is I went way up into 1st place and then slowed down into 3rd, and I went, uh-oh, 3rd place is too slow. You're going to fail. So, get ahead on this lap, but not too far. So you don't have to finish exactly 109. It made it sound that way. That's not the way this works. You don't have to finish 109 exactly. I didn't test it, but I thought, well, probably do have to finish position 3 exactly. So I'm still driving it a little bit hard, but not that much, as you can see. I'm not really pushing it because I'm purposely trying to take a little bit longer here. not going anywhere near into that off-track area that isn't off-track, whatever we call it. Really wide apron, I don't know, whatever. So I'm staying way back here, because all I need to do is cross with 109. So we can see there's fourth in front of him. Or third, sorry. So I just have to be in front of Leclerc. But I don't want to be yet. I'm hanging back. Kind of taking my time a little bit here, getting some slipstream, blocking. 103, 104, 105. Okay, so now I can blast forward, get myself into third place. And see, there's the car I'm not allowed to pass. I mean, you could pass him, but then you'd have to let him pass you back. And you don't mess around with him. Don't bump him, because he's just gonna slow down and waste your time. Now, I could give him a little push here, but you don't want to contact him heading into a corner, or he will overbrake and just get you really frustrated. But I mean, come on, man, you're a second place bot. You're driving like you don't even belong in Formula 1. Like Formula 3 drivers would drive better than this. Come on, man. I'm getting impatient. I kind of want to give him a shove. So here's what gets strange, is they start braking here, which is like, what? What are you doing, man? But I got not quite 20 seconds left. Come on. Should be okay as long as he can figure out where the gas pedal is. Like, he's dancing all over the place because I'm too close to him. I want him to hurry up. I don't want to do this again. Like, gosh, that actually got close. So you got to be careful. Don't finish lap 1 very fast, or it's going to mess up lap 2. You can see that. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Got to have your tires up to 75% before you start the lap after this one. And I have a feeling that we don't have enough track for that. I could be wrong. But let's just say I'm not wrong. So, I couldn't drift it. That's funny. I was trying to drift it and I couldn't. And I got to keep my average speed reasonable. I didn't do this one twice. I only did this race once. So maybe all that sliding, and I didn't really build up. I mean, I kind of came into that. I exited that with what I entered, so yeah, whatever. But here, this section here isn't off track, and you can see it builds more that way. It's also a function of time. So if you're going slow, sliding around or going in reverse, you can actually build quicker, but there's no use doing that. Oops. Way over there. Let's go lawnmower. Oops. Sorry, man. Okay, well, I should be hitting 75% without a problem here. Okay, let's go through this nice and fast. I wonder if I have to have average speed before I cross the start-finish line. Well, let's just see what happens. Didn't fail me. It was over 75%. At this point, just drive it, baby. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about your tires. As long as you're like 80%, you can drive it pretty aggressive, I find. It's pretty forgiving at that point. Blast this. Woohoo! Ah! Nuts. I lost some. See, you can see I lost my 100%, but I got it back quick. I was just checking to see, is there something I'm missing? But there's not. So, yeah. I just didn't know if I was safe to win this race or blah. But I'm safe to win this race, so I will. Because winning is more fun. Of course it is. Not a good lap time. But who cares? Lap time didn't matter. So we're just going to plow through this. Maybe should I visit the pylons again? Nah, let's go really up high. Swoop down, get speed run. Yeah, and then that didn't work at all. Oh well, I forgive me. Hope you do too. Okay, so this is funny. I don't know why they put it on manual, but they did. You can't drop below a certain speed. Well, I only did this race once, and so I guess I had no trouble. But, let's see what happens here. Oh, I guess it's possible you could be over-braking that. I was down to like 140s. I mean, this corner, I'm probably not going much below 280, maybe? Oh, yeah, just a little bit below 280. Just a tiny bit. And then this goes a bigger corner. Take it really wide though and you carry more speed. 50s. So that takes us here. This is a place where people are probably failing this event, this particular race. Ooh, 130s. Oh, interesting. This is a fast corner. Like, not crazy fast, but fast enough. I mean, just a little bit below 2. Shouldn't have done that. You could keep it above 2. So there you go. Well, I did it my first try, so you know, you might have to do it a couple of times, but just work on that. Take corners a little bit wider if you need to. That'll help you. Oh, I still did 57 seconds. Finish this stint in less than 2 minutes and 15 seconds. 2 full laps and 2:15. Oh, you're not letting me start at full speed though. But that's okay. Way more than enough time. That would be way more than enough time from a dead stop. So I'm not worried. Not one bit worried about this. And I think, didn't it say I've got to finish with a certain amount of a lead? Yeah, I mean, I'm not one bit worried about that. I'll have that lead like now. Well, maybe not now. I think I had to have a lead of like 600 or something like that. Super wide. Oh well. Whoa! Lost it in the corner, man. That ain't good, man. Be careful, man. I think we're going to have a lot of time left over. I mean, it won't be 30 seconds, but... yeah, it won't be 30 seconds. 20 seconds, maybe. I don't know. I made a pretty big mistake there, so maybe not. It's possible. If I do really well here, it's possible. I don't think that was really well. I think I'll, without any more mistakes, I'm probably looking at a 56-second lap, which means about 19 seconds on the clock. Wow, what a disappointment. Oh, maybe it's 17 seconds on the clock. Oh well. I definitely will pass this stage. I've got an over 1 kilometer lead on Mr. Perez there. So we won't be doing this again. No problemo, my friend. 30, oh yeah. I'm usually rounding this corner at 42 or 43 seconds. That was 44 seconds. What an embarrassment. Means I'm probably crossing the line at 58 seconds. Maybe 57. 5, 6, 7. 57. Not bad. All right. With a couple of bigger mistakes, I'm all right with that. Something is wrong with the fuel sensor. All right, so let's see. Is this a lot of gas or not? This is the only part of the game that I do not like. Well, okay, there's a few parts maybe, but the fuel gauge is completely inconsistent. We've had some races where it started at 100 units of fuel and it disappeared really fast. We've had other races where it was like 5 units of fuel and it lasted forever. So I don't understand why this is a complete wild card every time. Like, it doesn't seem to matter on the car. Like sometimes it's, I don't know, there's no rhyme or reason to this. Everything else is predictable. This is not. There's no possible extraction or valuation methodology. Like the slipstreaming counter, I figured out that it's Roman cubits is the unit of measure. No one knows why, which it is. But this unit of measure, it's not based on your fuel mileage. It's just not, which in real life, fuel mileage is based on RPMs. This is a function of time, not RPMs. If it was based on RPMs, then it should be changing dramatically depending on where I am in the ramping up of on my tachometer. So, no! Now, I did get a little bit worried. I mean, half of 39, half of 40 is 20, so half of 39 is 19.5. I didn't pay close enough attention when I crossed the line. I don't know how many units of fuel I had. So I'm going to coast a little bit here and there. Not much. But I just thought, oh, well, then I make a mistake. I just thought I'd rather have a bit of extra fuel than not enough. Like here, 9 units of fuel? I'm like, oh boy. That's a little disconcerting. 7 units? Well, as long as I can get up to like 300 kilometers an hour here. Okay, so now let's take the long way, because I do have more than enough fuel. I don't know. Maybe I would have ran out if I went straight flat out. I don't know. Stage 5. Here we are. This is it. 5 more races to go, and I have completed the Interlagos Grand Prix in Sao Paulo, Brazil. How fast do I hit the average speed? I think pretty fast. Ooh, way out there. That's okay though. Let's build a little bit of more speed. Ooh, oh, that wasn't off track. Huh. Blows my mind. I was sure that would have been off track. Wow. Oh, this is a longer race. It'll be 3 laps from here. Well, ain't that interesting? 1 second of off track with this many laps, you gotta be careful then. Let's still see if I can do a 55-second lap in here. Although he's gonna be in the wrong spot. Okay, well I'm gonna cut on the inside. Woo! See that? Sparks flying, baby. That was an aggressive overtake. I'd probably get a penalty for that, because that was very aggressive. We're going way outside. Having a good old time. And I'm encountering you at the wrong spot, you. Yeah, making me frustrated. No off track so far. Let's see if we can keep it that way. Rounding the corner. Oh, it doesn't matter because of the outlap. So, who cares? Average speed is stinking high. I wonder if the average... I mean, we could do the math, actually. This is way above normal. Like, way above normal for average speed for Interlagos. I went outside, which of course is going to increase my lap time, but I could have gone under him. Take it fast, baby. Let's go. Zippity zoom. Zippity. Oh, woo! Oh, that wasn't off track. Epic save. ME7 with the epic save. Okay, let's get around you. That was certainly off track. It did not benefit me one bit. In fact, it was a detriment to me. And let's just drive like a noob. Driving horrible now. Rounding the corner at 45 seconds. We'll be looking at a 58-second lap, which is not what I want to be seeing right now. But 1 more lap to go. Can I pass 9 cars in 1 lap? I don't know. I mean, I don't have to, but I was just curious. I mean, okay, well, the answer is yes, you could. It just depends where they are. I don't know where they're going to be. But if they're really stacked up, this might still happen. I'd love to win. I always want to win. Who doesn't, right? So let's see here. Whoa! I was not expecting him to be going so slow. Are they going to be super stacked up? If they are, going to be really careful here. No contact. Beautiful. Lando Norris. Hello, my friend. I don't think I'm getting the lead. I think they're going to be faster now. Let's see if he's still braking in this section. Oh, tiny bit. But I'm not getting the lead. I don't even know if I'll get 3rd. Leclerc. Charles. Am I going to get you? Nope. I'm going to catch slipstream? Maybe. No. Stinking high average speed, though, man. You see that? That's a lot of words. Okay, so there's weather. But the way they're going to simulate, or there's a problem. They're going to give us ooh, look at those. Tires are down to 97 before you even get control. However, it's only 1 lap, 1.5 laps, we're going to call it. Pretty easy to limp it home for 1.5 laps. Believe it was position 8 I've got to get to. Don't think that's much of a concern to get into position 8. Don't think so. That's a horrible thing to do. What happened? It's like I couldn't brake. It's also very bad for your... Well, I wasn't sliding. Sliding while off track will degrade your tires much quicker. I'm a little bit nervous. 75%, I shouldn't have much to worry about. But, yeah, that's right about when I start to get careful, though. Do I have to be in 8th place? If so, this is going to get touchy. I don't even see ninth place. I must be mixing up some stages. I mean, there's ninth place, but where's eighth place? 62%. I got to be careful here. Oh, I see eighth place. He's a little ways ahead of me, though. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to catch him. It must have been something else was the requirement. Because I don't think I'm close enough. Well, maybe I'm about to fail. Wouldn't that be funny? I don't think I'm going to fail. I don't think so. So what was it then? Finished like 10th place or something? Oh! Duh! There's another lap to go. Whoa! I really had to overbreak that. Nuts. Go up here. Come on, man. Slow down. Nuts. Duh, another lap to go. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. Don't know how I missed that. Don't want a bunch of contact. Okay, I only have 0.2 of a second left. My tires are horrible. I can see how this could be hard for some people. Like I'm not having trouble, but I'm gapping Alonso, and Russell's right there. I might even pass Russell. Curious here. The thing with the Mercedes is that it's not the fastest car. Oh, okay. Not a difficult stage. Almost no tires left. 20%. That's nothing for tires. This thing will slide forever if I do it. Woo! Oh, I didn't start it early enough. Oh, I guess that's good. I might have had a big wreck. But that can be funny. Push to 5th place. Okay. So we have a nice outlap. The time we're going to start? No. Awesome. Good. I'll have a nice speed run here. Beautiful speed run. I'm really trying to set it up. Catch a little bit of slipstream. Slingshot around the dude. I might even take the wider path. I don't really need to. 340. Man, this thing's fast. This thing's stinking fast. Encountering him at the wrong spot, but oh well. 2 laps to go. Wonder how far I can climb. I mean, it's said to get 5th, but I just wonder, can I do better than that? Can I get 3rd place? Can I win? Okay, well, there's 6th place right there. Nicely in 6th. Way out here. Lando. Come on. Let's go. I don't want to encounter you right here. I don't mind that. I don't mind. Oh, no. I do mind that. Okay. Well, I'm already in the required position. Big mistake there, though. Huge mistake. We'll see if that cost me the lead. I mean, there's a full lap to go. Boy, that mistake was costly, though. I mean, I still got my 57-second lap, but not. I'm encountering Leclerc at a bad spot. Okay, there's 2nd. Well, 1st shouldn't be too far off. Corner 3, though. I'm encountering you at a place I don't want to. That was sweet. Nice over. Oh, woohoo! Verstappen. Yeah. And I'll just keep it on. I won't use the extended apron. Hey, that's what we'll call it. The extended apron. I don't know. Works for me. Might not work for you, but I'm braking a little bit too early for that. Okay, let's see where we at here. 41, 42, 43. I will not be doing a 55-second lap. Nope. Nope. I think at this point I did do it once or twice. I mean, this is probably 56, but I want to see 55. Oh, this is 57. That's horrible. I mean, it's not, but we need you in the top 3 by the end of lap 68. Ote. I think I'm just going to win it. How about that? How about I just win this race? Huh? Is that okay with you? 6th place? 1 lap to go? Huh. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to win this one, but I'll certainly give it my best of try. 270. Nice. Okay. What do I do with you? Can I undercut you? I should be able to undercut you. Ah, that really wrecked my race line. A little bit off track, too. Don't think we're going to see 55 this time, guys. Don't think so. Especially if I keep it all pretty like this. Oops! Pretty ugly. Oh! Where's second? Okay, where's Verstappen? Oh, there's Verstappen! Can I win this race? I want to win this race. I want to win this race, my friend. I want to take you out. Yeah, there we go. This race is mine. Oh, outlap. I'm looking at my lap and going, what's going on? How is it that horrible? Now, of course, there's no M earnings left because I maxed out. But, oh well. Win the Brazilian Grand Prix. Okay. So, let's see. What's this going to be? Oh, just 2 full laps. Here, I'm bringing down driver view for you guys. That little submenu will disappear. Actually looks pretty cool on this track. So I'm giving you both. You can still see my pedals. So I've just kind of synchronized the screens here. Kind of gives you an indication of how much I'm tilting when you can see that steering wheel. It's a lot of work to capture secondary footage and then sync it and do all that editing and like drop down animations and all this stuff. So I'm not going to do it for a whole event because I'd have to like replay every single race twice. It's just way too much work. So let's keep this one all nice and clean. Definitely not going to see the 55 seconds here because I'm going to not use the extended apron. But I mean, come on, there's first place there. This is not a challenge, guys. Like, this is the pinnacle race, and I'm taking you now. Like, that would be amazing if that was the last lap. But it's the second last lap. So, oh! This is a no damage race, and I'm going to be hitting back markers. And Verstappen's catching up. Oh, I see what they're doing. So we're going to be stuck in a sandwich here. You can easily get damaged on these cars. Oh, and they're fast. Interesting. But Verstappen's not going to get through traffic the way we can get through traffic. Just watch. He's going to get hung up on that bot. Look at that. Look at that. Look at him fall. I mean, I'm looking at his distance. He's falling like a rock, my man. He's falling like a Formula 3 car. Nothing wrong with Formula 3 cars, of course. I'd love to drive one. Huge respect for all race car drivers. Interestingly enough, I believe I saw something about a Formula 3 racer. I think it was the first female to either to win a race or is it to win the season. And she's Canadian, which I just thought was so cool. So there we go. Here I'm finishing the Brazilian Grand Prix. I am the champion. Okay, so now we got to be careful. I keep asking them to remove this screen because you could really make a mistake. Like, I wasn't even sure, so I'm double checking, like, which car am I driving? And then when you finally click on the car, the PR's wrong, like, as far as what you actually have. But oh well, there you go. Hey, here's the Valencia video I was just telling you about in this race. Endless endurance at Interlagos. It's awesome. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. Drop me a comment. I try to respond, and I will see you out there on the track.